first of all, at least yung mga stories na hindi ko from the actors and the production team, they actually even bring groceries and put it in their pockets just to be sure, right? But on our end, because this was a 20th Century Fox production, so this is actually part of the list of production projects for the global 20th Century Fox. There were some security requirements to ensure that I guess the safety and the way the production was being handled was in accordance to kung ano man yung kailangan gawin on all of our production. So, in fact, we had a few calls with Unitel, our production group that we have, with the LA Security Office on to make sure the kind of security. Tapos lahat ng locations na sinabit namin where we were gonna shoot, they researched lahat yun. Kasi there's some red flags that happened when they found out we were shooting in the Philippines. Because at the time yata, Marawi was still very much in the news, so we had to make sure it wasn't in Mindanao. There was some typhoons that had happened. So to answer your question, because it's a 20th Century Fox production, there were some standards that we needed to, I guess, fulfill in order for us to make sure that the staff is safe. Even the number of security people needed to be addressed in all of it. So,
regards to the supernatural aspect, yeah, I've heard the stories. I've even, as I've mentioned, I've even experienced some weird things. Even I was just writing. And during the pre-production process, we had talked about keeping a priest on set. Although Mom didn't do my schedule, what we actually did was, I was with Direct Mark and with some other Unitel people. When we were consulting with this one exorcist, nagpakasakali na kami, humingi na rin kami ng blessed soul, just in case. Hindi ko alam kung nagamit, no? But
ayun yung ginawin ko sa survey.
Oo nga, ako, tayo din. But yeah, in that regard, we did take some precautions. They mentioned the rosaries. And yeah, we did have the blessed soul. Although, I don't think,
but
yeah.
Even the incantations that I say, yung mga Latin prayers, diba?
Yeah.
It was made to be accurate pero safe. But
Yeah, because
walang
slightly altered kasi yun na nga, kailangan authorized yung parang gagamit ng mga prayers na yun. So, that yung altered para hindi naman sino tong mayabang na ito gumagamit ng prayers panlaban sa amin, pero hindi naman ano. So, we did take some precautions on the spiritual end, on top of the many precautions that 20th Century Fox required.
Alright, next. Sino pa lang mga nagtatanong? Yeah, there you go.
Hello, sir. Well, my first question was really Sir Jude. Prior to actually making MALEDICTO, were there like choices for you to actually do different projects? Or was this like this whole thing that you concentrated on? Because, of course, it could have been like a different genre. Why horror?
yeah, so I guess first of all, we had done local production before, but most of it were documentaries and sports, and some reality stuff. So scripted production was not something that we've done, at least in the Philippines. As far as choosing this, we actually, sinabi ni Jonathan na 2015 niya sinabit to, we actually started looking for ideas and scripts about a year and a half before that, 2014. So we went through, I don't remember how many, but it must have been close to 100 different scripts. For 1 year, people just kept on going to the office and presenting their idea and their script. I mean, it wasn't a full script at the time. It's really just an outline, an idea on what the story is, and I guess you go on from there, right? So we actually had, to be honest with you, we actually chose something already in 2014-ish, but there was some rights issues on the subject matter because it was an offshoot of a character that somebody else had the rights to. So hindi namin tinuloy because of that. And then this script came along after another 100 scripts siguro. Hindi naman. Nung nabasa namin, or at least when we saw the idea, and at the time it was really more for a series, a procedural series. We really just loved it. And hindi namin pinili yung script because of the genre. We just felt that the story in and of itself had so much potential that we wanted to run with this story. And it just happened to be a horror thriller, right? And ako nga, I wanted it to be more another genre that might not need as many special effects or might not be, the cost would be lower, but this was a script that we felt if Fox was to do something for the first time, this was the best that we saw amongst all the ones that was pitched to us.
Who else can do like the legwork of shooting the film?
Who did it?
Or-
Yeah, so most of it is Unitel. Ako personally, I mean, I did want to say this is a very, very fulfilling experience for me. I work for a media network. I work for, mostly in my earlier career, in really more sports is what I was involved in. But I took this on. This was a semi-directive from our Hollywood studio, where they wanted some of the local markets to look into producing scripted content. And in fact, and I think I've said this in another interview where they really sent us to the Fox lot in Century City in Hollywood. And they had us meet the producers, they had us meet some directors, mostly series pa rin kasi TV network yung namin, not necessarily the movies. So I got to talk to the writer of, at the time, the Fox production, Glee, and then Modern Family, and I got to attend the shoots, Sound Studios naman siya, right? In the Fox lot. Modern Family, Glee, The New Girl was a Fox production at the time. The Americans was one of the Fox productions. So I got to talk to all of them. And in fact, one of the ones that I spoke with, and now I can't remember her name, came from HBO. She was one of the original writers of Game of Thrones. And they had hired her to produce a series called Wayward Pines for Fox as well. So that she was one of the ones that we got full 2 hours with, right? And it was very insightful. It was 4 or 5 days in Hollywood, and I think that's when this whole thing started. I think this was 2014. 5 years later, we actually have something to show for it now.
Was it procedural that it actually took that long for you to do?
No, I think it took this long for many reasons, which I might not want to get into now. But yeah, there was a decision to convert it into a full feature film from some. I think it started out as a 6-episode series. And then to be honest with you, we also had some choices in directors that didn't work out, and then it was a long journey. But when we made the decision on the director and the cast and everything, we ran with it, and it was absolutely a fun, fulfilling, exhilarating experience.
So there's a great comment for Inah. Prior to actually making